Oh, what that dying. This is the voice of the Patriot, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize. But if we must, we would only criticize on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Without much ado, we are not neutral, never. We have actually taken side of the truth. That is why we say we are the headquarters of the truth. This is the voice of the Patriot. My brother, my sister, today I have a number of issues to look at, and I'm going to be very quick with that, my brother. My brother, my sister. Now, the very first story I am looking at today is taken from My Joy Online. And it says, we need to rebrand. Assure Ghanaians that we will do better next time. Afenyo-Markin to NPP. And I read. Now, the minority leader in Parliament, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, has called on the new Patriotic Party to undertake a strategic rebranding effort as it seeks to regain the trust of the Ghanaian electorate ahead of the upcoming general elections. Now, speaking on Joy FM Super Morning Show on Friday, 2nd May, that's today, Mr. Afenyo-Markin acknowledged that the party's 8-year tenure in government had not been without flaws. However, he was quick to point out that the administration also recorded significant achievements that must not be overlooked. We will have to rebrand and assure Ghanaians that we were in government for 8 years and we made some mistakes and also chalked up some great successes, such as the free SHS. He said, stressing the importance of striking a balance between humility and pride in past achievements. The F2 MP emphasized that reconnecting with the citizenry required honesty, accountability, and a renewed commitment to doing things differently. For 8 years you have been in power. And for 8 years you have destroyed the economy of this country. For 8 years you have messed us up. For 8 years we fail to see anything good that you did, except the very terrible ones. That is what it is. When you do good things, you need to do a lot for people's eyes to see. One bad thing you do is enough to cancel all the good works you have done. That is natural human nature. Let alone your government came into power and did a lot of bad things, destroying the very fabric of our economy. Today, my brother, my sister, I don't understand what Afenyo-Markin means by rebranding. Is the NPP ideal milk? Is the NPP a malt drink? Is the NPP a consumable product that is on our shelves in the shops for instant consumption that needs rebranding? What do you mean by rebranding? Is it cosmeticism? What exactly do you mean by rebranding? My brother, my sister, now when a political party thinks about rebranding, it is refusing to face reality. The best rebranding any political party can do is in the deeds. And we don't call that rebranding. Your deeds will follow you wherever you go. That is the best rebranding you can ever think of. But if, my brother, my sister, Afenyo-Markin comes to tell you that the party needs to rebrand, I wonder what they want to do. Put out billboards out there that the 8 years of Nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia government was the best. Try to throw more dust in the eyes of the people Ghanaians are fed up with this treacherous government. No amount of rebranding would save the NPP. The NPP is dead, and it will continue to live as a ghost in the minds of these NDC people and all other well-meaning parties in the world, my brother, my sister. Listen to me attentively. It's an insult for Afenyo-Markin to go out there and say that, oh, you know what? We have to rebrand. The only thing he has said here that is attractive is the fact that he's talking about honesty. We have seen a lot of deceit with the NPP coming from the corner of Bawumia, the chief liar. No amount of holy water can wash Bawumia clean of the lies he told Ghanaians in the run-up to the elections. He himself is embarrassed by the amount of lies he churned out to the average Ghanaian. Today, what amount of rebranding can you do for Ghanaians to forget the deaths of innocent school children at Fana? How much rebranding can you do to make Ghanaians forget about the number of people who were killed in the run-up to elections to bring Nana Akufo-Addo on? How much rebranding can you do to make Ghanaians forget how you chased us into the doors of the IMF and the World Bank like cheap common beggars asking for some kind of help? My brother, my sister, it is sad that at this point, these guys are thinking about rebranding. They now see that the real power is in the hands of the people. They now see that they have had an arrogant president who only came here to show how arrogant he was. When the history of the NPP is being written, we shall never forget Nana Akufo-Addo, the most arrogant dwarf that we voted into power. We will never ever forget Bawumia, the most lying, bespectacled economist, in fact, a blacksmith who we mistook for Adam Smith. For Afenyo-Markin, please forget any rebranding. What you can do, that is if Ghanaians would accept you at all, is to go back, never contest any elections for another 100 years, by what time all of us would have been dead. And the new children coming out, you can lie to them that your party was a great party. For now, even ghosts will not vote you back into power. Next thing I want to deal with is coming from Ghana Web, and it says, A-Plus deletes derogatory remarks against Attorney General. And I read, Member of Parliament for Gumwa Central, Kwame A-Plus, popularly known as A-Plus, has deleted derogatory remarks he made on his Facebook page on Thursday, May 1, 2025, against the Minister of Justice and Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayini. His comments came amid an ongoing exchange between the two public figures. Now, during a media briefing on Thursday, April 30, 2025, to update the public on high-profile prosecutions, Dr. Ayini took the opportunity to address allegations previously made against him by A-Plus. Dr. Ayini vehemently denied the accusations, describing them as baseless, and challenged A-Plus to provide evidence. I am aware of allegations made by Kwame A-Plus, MP for Gumwa Central, also known as A-Plus, who called me corrupt and a thief on social media, claiming I received campaign contributions from a businessman, Dr. Sledge, and others who donated pickups. These allegations are baseless. I challenge him to present evidence of my alleged corruption to the police or hold a press conference. He should also clarify his knowledge of the National Service Ghost name scandal and related matters in my hometown of Zuarungo. We confront falsehoods directly, and I am prepared to do so with Mr. Obing. Dr. Ayini stated. A-Plus had alleged on Facebook that Dr. Ayini manipulated the drafting and passage of the sanitation and pollution levy in 2021 for personal gain while in opposition, further claiming that Ayini restructured the leadership of a parliamentary committee to benefit a close associate. A-Plus has since deleted the offensive post, though he has yet to issue a formal apology or retraction. My brother, my sister, what A-Plus is doing smacks of blackmail to me. A-Plus is a good brethren. When I did Kuchoko Roots Festival, he signed a check for me. My brother, my sister, I don't know Dr. Dominic Akurutinga Ayini except that I see his face in the media. Never met him, never spoken to him. But this thing here smacks of blackmail to me. You see, A-Plus is trying to behave like Canada, Japan. No wonder A-Plus sees Canada, Japan, and I stand for correction as a mentor. I love Canada, Japan. He's a business mentor to a lot of people, including me. But I wonder if Canada, Japan is a political mentor to me. That I don't know. You see, it is a Canada, Japan style of her. You want to expose me? I will expose you too. That is what Canada, Japan does. When you touch Canada, Japan's business, he would make sure that he comes out, dig into your background. That's if he doesn't have the information already. Then he uses that as blackmail to either shut you up or to come after you, so equalize the whole equation. In fact, this does not show patriotism, it's thievery. Blackmail is corruption. And I plead with A-Plus not to go that line. Now, by the kind courtesy of Paul Adumochri, we got to know that the MP who was mentioned in the ghost name issue related to the National Service Authority. It used to be called National Service Secretariat. I don't know where the authority is coming in. Are they the same thing or are they different entities? My brother, my sister, we were told that thousands of ghost names were in the payroll of the National Service documents. And the NDC and the Mahama very smartly decided to do a head count and were able to dig out this dirty, corrupt deal. Gifty Owari was fingered, another dirty woman in that kind of scourge. This is a woman who owns a football club. How much is her salary? This is a woman who is most arrogant, as many people have said. My brother, my sister, same woman, according to the Fourth Estate, took money that was supposed to be for poor people, traveled abroad for education. My brother, my sister, money meant for poor people. All of a sudden, people who own football clubs have become poor instantly and need that money to fly outside the country for education. My brother, my sister, I am glad the Attorney General is going after all these dirty dealings. Now, according to the Attorney General, A-Plus was one of those, and that's corroborated by Paul Adumochri, who took money from the NSS, National Service Secretariat, in order to defend and protect the integrity in quotes of the ghost names inserted in the payroll of the NSS. We were waiting for full investigation. The very good friend A-Plus that I know would go all out to defend himself. But now, I'm not hearing A-Plus talk about the ghost names. He's rather talking about what somebody has done. The people who are accusing him of doing what? He is on a spree of exposing them. For me, this is blackmail. Yesterday, I tried to speak with A-Plus. I sent him a message. No response. This is a prima facie statement or editorial that I am making. My brother, my sister, the nation cannot continue like this. A nation of political blackmailers. Canada and Japan did it time and again, and we drew his attention to it. This is nothing but blackmail. It's blackmail. I am happy if it is true that Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayini actually went for some 500,000 Ghana cedis in order to bribe a parliamentary appointment committee to favor whoever A-Plus alleges. If it is true, can you return him to Zwarungu in disgrace? If it's not, can the laws begin to work in this country? I like it when people allege, but allegations without substance are nothing but nightmares. Can we go into this? Can we look deeper into this? If we have an attorney general who is a mere bribe taker, can we deal with him? If we have an MP who can go for bribes and cause his country to have God's names in a certain payroll, can we deal with this? I am fed up with my country going down every second, geometrically, faster than the Titanic's going down. I am tired of non-patriots. I want to see the hand of action. I want to see President Mahama stand strong and face all these things. That is how you'll be able to leave a powerful legacy behind. A lukewarm attitude, a lackluster attitude, my brother, my sister, would only culminate into more decadence. I am so frustrated by some of these things that I read every now and then in the media. A-Plus alleged that he knew the killers of Ahmed Swale. He spoke to the police with all respect. Now we have some people who have been arrested. Thanks to A-Plus. I love him and I appreciate him. A-Plus also alleged some things against a certain Lebanese businessman. At the end of the day, he apologized to him and said he was fed with the wrong information. That's what a gentleman does. I still love and respect A-Plus. A-Plus, when he speaks, he's in touch with the grassroots. So he gets information, maybe not so much substance, but when you go into it, you will be able to see that, yes, the smoke you see, there's actually some fire somewhere. It's not a smokeless fire. Please, can we deal with this? Finally, why did A-Plus delete the post? Was he misled again? Or did Dr. Sledge come in? Even he, Dr. Sledge, must be investigated. What is the source of all his largesse? The opulence, the exotic cars he drives around. I hear he's a miner. He's one of the topmost exporters of gold in Ghana. Fair enough. How does he get his gold? Is it through Galamsey? His mining activities, are they official? Are they good enough by the laws of this country? Please don't let us start selling the country, or else, wallahi, very soon, the youth will take up arms. Don't be surprised if I join the youth in taking that side of salvaging our nation like it was done in some other countries. Listen, the youth are tired of politicians dealing with us as if we didn't have any common sense. This is what makes other African countries descend into indecency, killing all over the place. We have gone beyond this. Don't let us return to this decadence. There are people who love the country with their heart. They are ready to put down their necks to be chopped off for this nation to grow. And if we have a whole attorney general being accused of taking bribes, my brother, my sister, if we have big wigs in a political party accepting pick-up donations for campaign, how can you stop these people from galamsey? How? Tell me how. In your last campaign, somebody donated 10 pickups and gave you about 2 million Ghana cedis to do your campaign. 10 million Ghana cedis to do your campaign. You come into power and you are the man who is supposed to fight galamsey. Can you fight him when he's doing galamsey? Can you? The only way out may be for the youth to hit the road, my brother. And me, when I say things, I mean that. Very soon, if things do not go the way the youth want it, I will lead the youth. We will hit the street with all anger and ferocity. I am telling you that. Put it on record. We'll lead the youth. I'm telling you that. All the way from Bolgatanga, and we will salvage back our nation. Nobody is bigger than Ghana. Do the right thing. We are tired with all this nonsense happening in our country, left, right, and center. This was not the Ghana Kwame Nkrumah envisaged. We can't even produce electricity. There's some car power ship, whatever they call it, my brother, my sister, that is about to shut down electricity in Ghana in the next 5 days. And the whole country will be in darkness. Minister of Energy comes to sit down and tell us an answer. Oh, you see, because NPP owed a lot of money, and because that money is too big, and we can't pay back that money, so in 7 days, the whole place is going to be on fire. Kokroiko, Yasantua. This is nonsense. The youth are tired of this nonsense. That's why we voted all these nitwits out of power and brought you in to think. You are telling us an answer. What's wrong with you? President gives a deadline of 31st March for all these appointees to tell us their assets and liabilities. Some are too big. They are too close to the president. Maybe they sit with the president and drink coffee. So they are too close to his skin. They decide not to heed the thing. And president is sitting down there watching them and applauding them. What is wrong with us? Crack the whip. If this was in America, I would have put a word between the there and the whip. What's wrong with us? We need to see some action. Some radical action, my brother. If this was America or England, those we call our colonial masters, the Attorney General will instantly be investigated. It will be all over CNN and all that. Even Trump was investigated. And in fact, he was actually convicted as a criminal. First time America has a convicted, dirty convicted criminal as president. Yet, the hypocritical American people still have a criminal, an official criminal, a convicted criminal as president. Jesus have mercy. When is he going to serve his term? Eh? Jesus have mercy. Now, my brother, my sister, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayini has spoken. And last night on Paul Adum Otri's political show, he allegedly sent in a text message what did the text message read? And I read, Paul, you are putting a slant on the story to give the impression that I'm trying to gag A-Plus through Dr. Sledge. I take exception to that. Please go back and read my press conference statement. I am disappointed in you, but not surprised. I have more integrity than the person you were working with on the law house contract. The message by the AG, as Attorney General, as read by Paul Adum-Ochri, said, my brother, my sister, Paul Adum-Ochri, in fact, responded by saying, I was working on the law house contract. Me? I was working on the law house contract. He seemed to be shocked. But he said, Attorney General, sorry about that. He said, my brother, my sister, no amount of blackmail should stop this country from gunning for the prize of patriotism. Nobody is bigger than the truth. The youth are just waiting for a leader to come up and say, you know what? Let us hit the road and take back our nation. It's a warning to everybody who is looking down on Ghana and is not trying to make Ghana work. It's a warning. This is what the AJ has said. AG, Attorney General. Is it another blackmail? Because this is the case, he's talking about law house contract. Adum-Ochri worked with somebody on a law house contract. He has more integrity than the person. So the next thing is that some kind of foul play went in there. If Adum-Ochri does not keep quiet, this is going to be another expose. Jesus have mercy. What a country of political chess players. If I move, you move. If I try to expose you, you also come back and try to expose me by blackmailing me to shut the hell up. The country has become a country of blackmailers. And Mahama must crack the whip if he truly needs a true legacy. I'll leave it here. The last thing I want to look at, and I think my time is already up, man, but yeah, I'm still waiting for my guest, you know, but it's something that I need to look at. I'll spend only about 2 minutes on this and I'll be done. Yes, I promise you that. 2 minutes and I will be done. I'm reading this from Ghana Web, and it says, stop wasting money on betting and invest in farming. And this is who talking? Sam George advises the youth. Jesus have mercy. This is Sam George talking. You know Sam George, right? Very vibrant gentleman. I used to call him a young man until I got a little close to him and realized that he's not as young as I might be thinking. He's just energetic and full of power, just like me. Until my gray beard started selling me out, many people thought I was 30. Hallelujah. And because I don't shave, so the gray is always dancing. You call a young girl, hi, come. She say, hey, daddy near. There's a lady who even said, hey, me Blakk Rasta, sugar daddy, I'm a pepper. Me, sugar daddy. Hallelujah. Stop wasting money on betting and invest in farming. My brother, my sister. The network is a little too slow. I'm trying to open the whole thing and it's not opening. It has finally opened. The Minister of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation, Samuel Nate George, has urged the youth to avoid engaging in sports betting and instead invest in a more lucrative venture like farming. He explained that when one bets and loses, the individual does not gain any income, which he deems a wasteful venture, even though one may win sometimes. The member of parliament for the Ningo Pram constituency advised that it will be prudent for bettors, yes, bettors, people who bet, right, to invest their funds in farming, which will earn them valuable income in the future and also help impact the lives of those involved. In his own words, he said, I'm not hiding my faith as a Christian. I don't bet. I have many opinions on people engaged in bets and all that, but I think this will be a better use of the money. People are betting and losing. If you are a betting person, you stake a bet that Arsenal will beat PSG because they beat them 3 months ago, and then you lose. That money is gone forever. Meanwhile, you could have invested that money in a farm and affected the life of a man or a woman and their family. And you are assured that a year later, at the very least, you get your money back. He said in a viral video shared on X. This is wisdom talking. It's wisdom. If Sam George was here, I'd give him a big, strong hug that will deflate his stomach. Trust me. Listen, the man says, yes, I'm a Christian, so I don't bet. But I am not going to prejudice those who bet. Again, I will not moralize it on bettors. But let's go into the nitty-gritties of this. One, when you bet and lose, you could even take your life. But when you spend the money on farming, at least in a year, you will see the fruits of your labor. It is more profitable that as the youth, you are so strong, till the ground and stop this lazy betting. This takes us back to when John Dramani Mahama was campaigning to be president. This was one of the things he told the youth. He will take out all the taxes on betting to encourage the youth to bet more and make money. I don't know who advised the president on that, honestly. The chief imam asked his boys to put up billboards all over the place, shouting, betting is haram, betting is haram. The Christians also did the same thing. Mr. President is a Christian. He's a tongue-speaking Christian. Mr. President is a member of the great assemblies of God. Was it a campaign strategy to win elections? Because the president himself does not believe in betting. So how did they take off the taxes on the betting? The only person who came vehemently against betting during the campaign was Canada Japan. He said he would increase the taxes on betting. Up till now, the only way the pendulum is going in what President Mahama said about betting and the tax is going to be removed, it was just to win elections. Are we growing a nation of bettors? Today, my brother, if you go on social media, frustrated bettors who lost heavily and are considering suicide are on social media insulting people who are old enough to be their grandfathers. Abua Kwasia. Now, Kwasia has a short form. Sia. Sia. That is what they say to people who are old enough to be their fathers, grandfathers, and great-grandfathers. They are obviously frustrated. Betting has made them crazy, and they've lost all morals. And those who are winning, they get so arrogant because they are richer than their grandfathers now because of some dirty betting money. So their moral fiber has been eaten up by the cankerworms. So what is this thing about betting? I'm a mentase. Remember, I said it before the president became president, so it's not anything new. Go back and listen to the tapes. I don't support the president on the issue of betting. The chief imam doesn't support the president. The Christian council does not support the president when it comes to betting. The only people who support the president when it comes to betting, maybe, I don't know, are the people who are drinking Tramol. Unim red. Maybe they are those who are supporting this betting thing. Sometimes such propaganda might just be there to win elections. But let's be responsible with how we win elections. It shouldn't always be about, and I'm not speaking to President Mahama, I'm speaking to all politicians. Let's be responsible with what we say to win elections. Look at that dunder-headed doctor, medical doctor in the NPP, who came out boldly to say that they will never stop Galamsey. They want us to stop Galamsey so that we will lose the elections. We will not stop Galamsey today. We will stop Galamsey tomorrow. And even that guy, what's his name? Napo, also supported this dunder-headed rhetoric. He used to dunder weather, or say, more use, or a horrible. If they deserve to be called dunderheads, should I cosmetize it and call it something else? I'm shocked. But please, remember, the youth are lurking in the shadows, watching whatever is happening. To God be the glory.
This is 3FM.